Welcome to ZoomInData, your go-to channel for in-depth data engineering, analytics, and modern cloud technology interview preparation. In this video, we dive deep into the top 25 Medallion architecture in Microsoft Fabric interview questions for 2025. Perfect for data engineers, architects, and anyone preparing for Fabric Lakehouse, data warehouse, or enterprise data platform roles. We cover the core concepts of bronze, silver, and gold layers, benefits in quality, scalability, governance, performance, lineage, security, integration with OneLake and Lakehouse, and best practices, all explained in clear, interview-ready technical language to help you confidently ace your next interview. 1. What is the Medallion architecture in Fabric? Medallion architecture is a multi-layer data design pattern in Microsoft Fabric that organizes data progressively from raw ingestion, bronze, through cleansed, refined, silver, to curated, business-ready, gold, states. It promotes separation of concerns, incremental refinement, and standardized processing across Lakehouse, Warehouse, and OneLake. Implemented using data pipelines, data flows Gen 2, Spark notebooks, and SQL scripts for ETL, ELT workflows. Enables unified governance, scalability, and consumption across analytics, reporting, and machine learning workloads. 2. What is the bronze layer in Fabric? The bronze layer stores raw, unprocessed data ingested directly from source systems with minimal or no transformation. It preserves original schema, format, and fidelity, including duplicates, errors, and historical snapshots for auditability. Typically loaded via fast copy in pipelines or event streams, persisted as delta tables in OneLake. Serves as the single source of truth for reprocessing and forensic analysis. 3. What is the silver layer in Fabric? The silver layer contains cleansed, validated, and standardized data with consistent schemas and enriched metadata. Transformations include deduplication, null handling, parsing, conformance, and basic business rules application. Often implemented via Spark notebooks or dataflows Gen 2, with partitioning and Z ordering for query efficiency. Provides reliable foundation for downstream analytics and cross-domain integrations. 4. What is the gold layer in Fabric? The gold layer delivers curated, business-level aggregated views, dimensional models, and domain-specific datasets optimized for consumption. It includes denormalized tables, pre-computed metrics, and conformed dimensions for reporting and ML features. Built using SQL views, materialized tables in Warehouse, dbt models, or Spark aggregations. Designed for direct consumption by Power BI, analysts, and data science teams with high-performance guarantees. 5. How does Medallion architecture improve data quality? Progressive validation at each layer catches issues early, raw fidelity in bronze, cleansing in silver, business rules in gold. Standardized transformations and reusable logic reduce inconsistencies across pipelines. Data profiling, assertions in dbt, and quality checks in data flows enforce rules systematically. Lineage and monitoring enable traceability and rapid remediation of quality issues. 6. How does Medallion architecture support scalability? Layered separation allows independent scaling of ingestion, refinement, and consumption workloads. Delta Lake partitioning and clustering optimize large-scale processing at each layer. Fabric capacity autoscaling dynamically allocates resources based on layer-specific demands. Incremental processing patterns handle growing data volumes without full recomputation. 7. How does Medallion architecture integrate with OneLake? All layers reside in OneLake as delta tables within Lakehouse or warehouse destinations, eliminating silos and duplication. Shortcuts enable virtual access to external bronze sources without physical movement. Unified storage supports cross-layer queries and direct lake mode for low-latency analytics. Shared governance and security policies apply consistently across layers. 8. How does Medallion architecture improve governance? Clear layer boundaries enforce standardized naming, tagging, and endorsement practices. Purview integration catalogs metadata, lineage, and sensitivity labels across layers. RBAC and item-level permissions control access by layer and consumer role. Audit logs and deployment pipelines ensure governed promotions and compliance. 9. How does Medallion architecture support performance optimization? Bronze uses minimal processing, silver applies partitioning, Z ordering, gold leverages materialized views and indexing. Incremental refreshes and change data feed reduce recomputation overhead layer by layer. Query pushdown and statistics in Delta Lake accelerate scans at each stage. Separation prevents heavy transformations from impacting raw ingestion performance. 10. How does Medallion architecture manage data lineage? Fabric Lineage View automatically traces data flow from bronze sources through silver transformations to gold outputs. End-to-end visibility includes pipeline activities, notebook executions, and SQL queries. Purview extends lineage with business glossary and impact analysis. Supports compliance reporting and troubleshooting across the data estate. 11. How does Medallion architecture handle schema evolution? Bronze preserves raw schemas. Silver applies controlled evolution with explicit casting and defaults. Delta Lake schema enforcement and evolution support safe column additions, removals. Gold uses views to abstract underlying changes, maintaining stable interfaces. Change data feed captures schema-aware row changes for incremental updates. 12. How does Medallion architecture support incremental processing? Change data feed in Delta Lake enables silver, gold layers to process only modified rows. Incremental refresh in data flows and for each batch in Spark streaming minimize full scans. Watermarks and deduplication ensure accurate incremental aggregation in gold. Pipeline parameters dynamically control incremental windows and offsets. 13. How does Medallion architecture improve reliability? Idempotent designs and rerunnable pipelines prevent duplicate processing on failures. Bronze fidelity allows full reprocessing from source without data loss. ACID transactions in Delta Lake guarantee consistent writes at every layer. Monitoring and alerts detect pipeline failures early for quick recovery. 14. How does Medallion architecture support analytics workloads? Silver provides clean data for ad hoc exploration in notebooks and SQL endpoints. Gold delivers optimized semantic models for Power BI Direct Lake and reporting. Layered access supports diverse consumers, from data engineers to business analysts. Real-time extensions via event streams feed streaming data into Bronze for hybrid analytics. 15. How does Medallion architecture handle data security? Row-level and column-level security propagate from bronze through to gold views. Sensitivity labels and purview classification enforce compliance across layers. Workspace and item RBAC restrict access by data sensitivity and role. Managed identities and private endpoints secure cross-layer data movement. 16. How does Medallion architecture integrate with Lakehouse? Lakehouse hosts all layers as Delta tables with unified SQL and Spark access. Bronze, Silver use file-based Delta. Gold leverages SQL Analytics endpoint for TSQL. Mirroring synchronizes high-performance copies for Gold consumption. Direct Lake mode enables Power BI to query Gold tables with fallback to Spark. 17. How does Medallion architecture reduce data redundancy? Single OneLake storage eliminates copies across tools and workloads. Progressive refinement reuses upstream layers instead of duplicating raw data. Shortcuts provide virtual views of external data without ingestion duplication. Delta format compression and vacuuming optimize storage efficiency. 18. How does Medallion architecture handle large datasets? Distributed Spark processing scales transformations across auto-scaled clusters. Partitioning, clustering, and optimize commands maintain performance on petabyte tables. Incremental patterns process only new, changed data at scale. Capacity bursting handles peak loads without fixed over-provisioning. 19. How does Medallion architecture support enterprise reporting? Gold layer provides conformed, aggregated datasets ideal for Power BI semantic models. Direct Lake mode delivers sub-second response times on large Gold tables. Consistent dimensions and metrics ensure trusted enterprise-wide reports. Scheduled refreshes and notifications keep reports current. 20. How does Medallion architecture support machine learning? Silver supplies clean, feature-ready data for exploration and training. Gold feature stores provide pre-computed variables for model development. ML Flow in notebooks tracks experiments using layer-specific datasets. Batch scoring integrates models back into Gold for consumption. 21. How does Medallion architecture manage storage costs? Delta compression, vacuuming, and time travel optimize OneLake usage. Layered retention policies retain raw bronze longer while pruning older Gold. Incremental processing reduces write amplification and storage growth. Capacity-based pricing aggregates costs without per-layer billing. 22. How does Medallion architecture support data versioning? Delta Lake time travel enables point-in-time queries across any layer. Git integration versions transformation code and dbt models. Deployment pipelines manage layer promotions across environments. Change data feed captures historical changes for auditability. 23. How does Medallion architecture enable automation? Pipelines orchestrate end-to-end layer refreshes with dependencies and triggers. Spark job definitions and scheduled data flows automate incremental loads. C/CD pipelines promote code and configurations automatically. Monitoring and alerts trigger remediation workflows. 24. How does Medallion architecture support monitoring? Unified Monitoring Hub tracks pipeline, notebook, and refresh metrics by layer. Lineage View highlights bottlenecks and failures across the architecture. Capacity metrics monitor consumption at workspace level. Custom alerts notify on SLA breaches or quality issues. 25. What are best practices for Medallion architecture design? Enforce strict separation. Raw in bronze, cleansed in silver, curated in gold, with clear ownership. Implement incremental processing, partitioning, and optimization commands at every layer. Standardize naming conventions, tagging, and governance policies across workspaces. Leverage Git, CI, CD, monitoring, and lineage for maintainability and trust. Thank you for watching. If this video helped you prepare for your Microsoft Fabric interview, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your network. Don't forget to subscribe to ZoomInData and hit the bell icon for more in-depth data engineering, analytics, and cloud technology interview prep videos every week. Drop your questions or topic requests in the comments. Let's zoom in on your success together.